Hey guys, I'm back with a second video for today. This time, a movie review of a film that is based on my favourite British sitcom of all time. It is David Brent, Life on the Road. I absolutely adore David Brent. He is one of the funniest characters ever put to screen. He's relatable, he's an offensive guy, but he does it for he does like what you take from David Brent is it's so easy to see David Brent as a bad person, but at the end of the day, he's really not. Everything he does for a good intention. He has good intention, and that's what I love about him because he's just such a muddled up character. He doesn't know when he's right or wrong. He's like a big kid, and I think he is just one of the funniest characters I've ever witnessed. Ricky Gervais' best role by far. But how does he sort of transcend to the big screen? Well, he's still very funny. We start off, and David Brent is working for a new company. Can't remember the name of the company, but they make tampons, and he's a sales rep. And the camera crew from The Office are back, and they want to continue with looking upon David Brent's life. And David decides he doesn't want to be a sales rep anymore. He wants to pursue his pop career, his rock star career, which we saw in, I think, the finale of season 2, like the very last episode or the episode before. He had made a single, and he wants to pursue that career, and he goes on the road with money out of his own pocket with a band who basically doesn't really like him. And he performs some really offensive songs, and that's basically what you get from the film. It's not like great, but I think they did well with bringing the character to the cinema. Again, the film's just so awkward and so cringy to watch, and I think because they made The Office in America, and I think it was less cringe than what this was. And I think if you're sort of American, you're not going to understand it as well as a British person would. But it's just, if you've seen the show and you like the show, you're gonna really dig this film, and you're gonna love seeing David back. None of the other characters return, so you don't get Tim or Dawn and or Gareth, and Gareth was probably one of the funniest characters in the original series. But I think what lets this movie down a little is that Stephen Merchant didn't actually do anything towards the film. And I think Stephen Merchant, Ricky Gervais probably doesn't credit him very well for it, but I think Stephen Merchant added a sort of moral centre, and he added a lot of the sort of awkward humour to it. And this is very much the Ricky Gervais show, and it's very much focused on Brent, and you don't really have a supporting cast. You do, but they're not really as much a supporting cast as you've got in The Office. You've got his band, but most of the band members are actually assholes, and they're supposed to be, but it's just they're not likable. The only character that is likable is Doc Brown's character, Dom Johnson. He was very good in the film, and he did sort of play off of Brent very well. There is a really funny scene where Brent gets drunk and he tries to make Dom call him a certain offensive name, and it's just so funny and so cringy to watch. And that's the David Brent I know, and I love that scene. And I love the scenes where he's just interacting with people. The songs are very, very funny and very awkward. But I think they overplayed it. Like the concerts that he does, the gigs he does, they actually play through the entirety of all the songs he does. And I think it would have been better if they sort of done a montage maybe of the songs. Or I think what would have been better is if this film wasn't actually a film and they'd done a TV show, because they could have done that and had a song in each episode, and that probably would have translated better. So I'm saying I would rather have seen Brent return to TV than a film. But I think, the film is still very funny, and it still it reminds us of why we love Brent, and how he's a relatable character, and how he's just so sort of, he's so interesting to watch grow into what he is. It's sort of like the songs he does, you just watch it and it's like watching a train wreck on the stage, and that's what it was like watching him in the TV show. So if that's what you want to see from Brent, this film won't disappoint you. But if what you're expecting is Brent interacting with different characters and sort of you do get that element, but it's mainly just him. So if you're expecting Tim and Dawn and Gareth to show up, or even people like Stephen Merchant or Carl Pilkington, you will be disappointed with what we actually get. But in the end, David Brent, Life on the Road, it is a funny film. It's just British comedy at its finest. And if you're interested in the character, I highly recommend you do go and watch it in the cinema, because you know, I want to see more of Brent, and if you support this film, I'm sure we will probably get a one-off sort of special or another movie or whatever. And if there is another movie, I'll be happy to go and watch it, because I want to see more from Brent. I hope that this isn't the last of Brent, but if it is, I think it was a good way to send him off, because the end of the film, like season 2, it does give Brent a sort of happy ending. But, you know, it's David Brent, so there's always a chance that things will go wrong for him in the future, and that's just why the character is so good to sort of bring back, because you never know what direction he's going to go in, and I really like seeing that from him. So I'll say Ricky Gervais did a great job with this. If you want to see it, and you like David Brent, just go. Don't think about it, because if you're already a fan of The Office, you're gonna like at least something about this. But if you're looking for a sort of comedy that keeps going and doesn't stop ever, then this probably isn't for you, because it does have its moments of downtime. It does have some sort of sad moments thrown in there. So if you're going for a pure 100% laugh a second comedy, this isn't the one. But if you're going for a film that will make you laugh a lot but will also maybe make you shed a tear, I'd say check it out. So that's my review for David Brent, Life on the Road. If you like what you see, subscribe. Let me know if you've seen the film. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again soon.